Hi everybody, welcome to Reality Buzz TV. You know, when it comes to Izingane Zesthembu, you guys, I can only shake my head, okay? Because if only these young girls out here would listen to us, okay? We didn't get in our 40s, singajolanga. Okay, Sani Jolela, even our hearts were broken for you. So that we can tell you, if you do this, your heart is going to get broken. Our hearts were already broken. Why are your hearts getting broken for the same things that our hearts were getting broken for? Oh, I'm like, guys, even last season, all of us were saying, listen, these girls were out here calling themselves Mamkulu, Mamncane, dating Umpumelelo. And all of us were sitting here saying, Umpumelelo can still make a different choice. The fact that you have his first child does not mean that Umpumelelo is obligated now to choose you as his first wife. Should he decide he's still going to have a polygamous marriage, he might choose someone else. We were saying that, okay? We knew it. Pumelelo might even decide at the end of the day that he only is going to marry one woman and he's just going to find the love of his life and it's the virgin girl and gets married. And then he's like, you know what? I've changed my mind. I don't want multiple wives. He can do that. He's allowed to do that. These girls were out here even saying, Uvuyokazi said, breaking up with him was not an option. I'm like, girl, even people who are married, they have that option. Even people who are married have that option to say, I'm tapping out because this is not working for me. It doesn't serve me. I'm miserable. They tap out. When you are out here saying, breaking up is not an option when it comes to Umpumelelo, for what? For what? Because he is a Mselego. Hi guys, no. Anyway, you guys, welcome to my channel. This is the channel where we talk about all things reality TV shows, all things reality TV show stars, and sihlebe go mnandi. So today I get to talk about Izingane Zesthembu episode 1, season 2, you guys. The show is looking beautiful, I must say, you guys. The show is looking beautiful. The budget that they were supposed to spend on Uthando Nesembo, because Uthando Nesembo this season did look a little bit more like low budget. It did, you guys. The makeup they were still beautiful, but not as beautiful as they usually are. And usually they take it up the notch every season. But this season it was like, okay. It looks like they took the money that they were supposed to spend on Uthando Nesembo and they spent it on Izingane Zesthembu, because Izingane Zesthembu is looking really beautiful. The makeup, the clothes, everything, you guys. It looks better than the first season in terms of just the visuals. So I like it, you guys, and I like ukuthi they make an effort to make sure every cast member looks absolutely beautiful with their diary sessions. I love that, you guys. So I'm loving what I'm seeing on the show. And I do like the fact that even though Umpumelelo are having problems, Umpumelelo and his girlfriends are having problems, but they still all came back, because we do want to get that full story of what happens with the relationship now that Umpumelelo looks like he might be making different decisions when it comes to who he is going to marry. So they're coming back. Usne is saying, listen, they are still eating imali, but to this season they are also going to be eating their own money, because I'm sure you guys are making some money on this show, and also they made money last season. I would love to know how much, okay? But yeah, I guess they're making their own money, you guys. Now we find out that, of course, Uvuyo watched the first episode. Was it the first or second episode? I think it was the first episode, towards the end of the first episode of Uthando Nesembo. Umpumelelo was sitting with his mom and dad, telling them that, yeah, we are funukanwa manje, but he's going to marry a virgin girl first, and then he will decide, okay? He will decide, because this is South Africa, he is free to decide who he's going to marry, okay? And nobody can complain about that, because even you can decide to marry somebody different from what people think you want to marry. So he says that he wants to marry the virgin first, and then he is going to marry whoever he decides next, after the virgin. So it looks like Uvuyo saw that and was heartbroken. Guys, I don't feel sorry for these girls. You know why I don't feel sorry for them? Even when they cry real tears, I don't feel sorry for them because I'm like, I know that you would not be dating Mpumelelo if Mpumelelo was not Mseleko. So you are also on your game about this relationship. So it's just a matter of who is playing the game better. Okay, guys, look at Mpumelelo. Look at these girls. You think these girls would be dating Umpumelelo if Umpumelelo was Umpumelelo, I don't know, Dlamini somewhere, nobody knew about him? Absolutely not, okay? They've dated him and had children with him because he is Mselego. So when they're crying now because they are hurt, I'm like, girl, it was always coming. But, it was a matter of who's going to cry. Is it going to be you or is it going to be Umpumelelo? Because all of you are playing a game, okay? All of you are playing a game. Even when Uvuyo was saying that it's not an option to break up with Umpumelelo, it was because, he is Mselegu and she gets to do the show when she is dating him. So listen, you guys, I'm not feeling the tears. I'm not saying the tears are not real. They're real. And I knew they were coming, but I'm just saying that I'm not feeling it for them. There's no sympathy from my side because I'm like, I mean, if only you just listen to what people were saying. So we find out that they haven't spoken because we all saw that episode when Mpumelelo was talking about marrying a virgin. She wasn't happy about it. She sent a message to Mpumelelo, and I'm like, yeah, of course, communicate with your partner to say what the hell is going on. But you know what's interesting is that she also sent a message to the father-in-law. Guys, to this day, I don't even know. I do have my father-in-law's number on my phone, but I don't know. I mean, I've known him for years, but I think I can count the number of sentences that I have said to him. Because who sends a WhatsApp to father-in-law? Okay. Like, honestly, you guys, I can count the number of sentences I have said to my father-in-law because that's not somebody that I will have a direct communication with like that. But Vuyo, she was mad. She sent a message not only to Mpumelelo but to the father-in-law. Oh, Baba Masamzini, about Humos. I'm like, yep. Because she was upset about the situation, and then she didn't get no reply. They blue ticked her, Imagine, guys, being blue ticked by your boyfriend, but not only that, you are being blue ticked by the father-in-law. Even the father-in-law is in on it, blue ticking you. I'm like, yeah, Zakala. Zakala, you guys. So Mpumelelo is like trying to get hold of Uvuyo. He is calling. He says he doesn't even know how his child is doing. Listen, you guys, in order for me to really give my opinion on this, I really need to know how long that has been because I'm like, how are you not knowing how your child is doing? Really, how long has it been? A month, a few weeks, a few days? I want to know, but they are not giving us the exact time as to how long it's been since he spoke to Vuyo and since he saw his child. But he's saying he hasn't been able to find out how his child is doing because Vuyo just cut all communication. But I mean, you blue ticked her, so what was she supposed to do? Listen, you guys, so that was that, okay? Ovu ended up not answering the phone. It will end in tears. They don't mean like tears, anyana, ezincane. They mean ukuthi you will cry drums and drums of tears, okay? And with Mpumelelo, you come multiple and multiple rounds of tears, okay? But you know what you were getting yourself into. Now, you guys, we see Umpilo no Sneh going out to Sneh, says that Umpilo is taking out to Sneh for like a pedicure or something, foot massage, pedicure, and they're just hanging out as sisters. I like it, you guys. I do like it when they hang out as siblings. But I think from what we've seen on previews, we are going to see more of their dynamics when it comes to their relationships as siblings. So I mean, it's sazokhala njena. I saw the preview ukuthi ama-fights asazoba maningi. So they were talking about how Umpilo is feeling like the family things ukuthi uyayitshela, and I was like, kanti ne family nayo. Even them, they see what we see, because I do feel like unalanto yokuziphakamisa uMpilo. Angazi noma I'm getting her right in you guys, but I do feel like that. So I was like, oh, it's interesting that she's saying the family feels like that. The family feels like unokuzitshela. So I guess even us watching from a distance are seeing the thing that the family is saying. So she was just asking below, are you okay? How is it going? And obviously, guys, as sisters, I mean, like, a conversation is always gonna go to what's going on with, are you dating anybody? Because Upilo is at that age where she could be dating somebody if she wanted to. But for some reason, you guys, she is not happy with people asking him about the dating situation, which for me, I don't understand, you guys. I mean, you can always say, listen, I'm not dating anybody, but I'm not understanding you being upset about the fact that people are asking the question. Usna, you guys, does ask below, do you love my kids? Which I thought was weird, you guys. I've never thought of asking my sister, do they love my kids? Maybe I need to ask them. I just assume they do because they act like they do. But Usne is saying Uti, the reason she asked that question is because she's never seen Umpilo really interact with the other kids. Umpilo has an only child syndrome. Yabona bo only child way. Abantu only child, a lot of the times it just feels like the only thing they care about is themselves and their needs and their feelings, and nobody else's. And I think unaleyo syndrome leyo because ukhulele vele kamakhumalo espoilwa and all of that. She's the only child and all of that. So I guess the other siblings are feeling like that's why they even feel like we are Itela, because it doesn't feel like she cares about others. But I'm sure she does, you guys. You know. Anyway, Mpilo was shocked by that she's getting that question. She doesn't understand. She says, listen, I mean, I do love them. I might not interact them that much with them that much, or maybe or whatever, but I don't have a problem with your kids. But the reason that Umpilo had asked Usne out is because she wanted advice when it comes to the surname situation. Because remember, that's the thing that they have in common. Usne and Umpilo, the thing that they have in common, I was talking about it on my other video, is that they are the two children that are born outside of a marriage. Their mothers are not there, Estenjini. Sne's mother passed away. Bilow's mom is still alive, but she's not part of, the wives. So all of the mothers are their stepmothers. Bona, Usnebe, no, Below. So, you guys, so she was just asking, what should I do? Because it's been dragging for so long. Usne was like, initially she was like, you know what? I don't think I have any advice for her because it's not into into abadala. Guys, I do feel like Umseleko is selfish for not really like fixing into Esbongo when it comes to Umpilo, and also leaving the thing until the kids are adults to deal with that themselves. I do think that it's selfish. Part of me feels like, oh, maybe, oh, because she's an adult and maybe she will get married in the future. Maybe she should just leave it as it is and then get married, change the surname too. I don't know, you guys. I don't know, because what are you going to do if your father is not willing to do what the family Yago Malumako is asking? And I feel like even if the family Yaga Zongo was being unreasonable in terms of what they are asking for, for Umbulo to change the surname, just do it. Do it for your child. So I'm not understanding, you guys. I feel like with Umselego, he doesn't want Umpilo to change the surname to the Umselego surname, because, like he said before, he doesn't want Umpilo to get Impasha's Gama Kumal, because he has said that if Abagubo they're refusing for her to change the surname, then she won't get what belongs to Umakumalo, should anything, I guess, happen to Makumalo or happen to him. So I do feel like he's living it like this, maybe on purpose, because why are not helping your child, Umpilo looks like a well-behaved child. All he's asking, Wuti Baba, can I change my surname? And in order for you to change my surname, this is what Ifemiliago Malume is asking. I don't think that Umpilo is asking for too much, you guys. So I don't understand why Umselego is not making an effort just to help his child so that it can get to a point where she can change her surname, you guys. So sine ask umpilo ukuthi ubaba uthini when you speak to her. I know ukuthi ngidlala ngawe nje ngokubuza because I know how my dad is like, but what does he say when you talk to him about this? And umpilo says ukuthi no, Umseleko is not willing to pay anymore. Remember, Bahlaula and Ukoko was like, they can change the name. Then later on, they came back to say, you know what, no, there's something that Umseleko hasn't done, so they can't change the name yet. And Umseleko is saying that he does not want to pay more. He's not willing to pay more. So now Umpilo is stuck in that because she can't change the name until that is done. So Usna was like explaining what happened with her. She says that there was a goat and a cow that was paid to a family yakhe. Now what's outstanding ukuthi kushiswe impepho ke akhisho kaShibe ayeka Mseleko. But you know, I guess even if family Kampilo is expecting the same, but I think they want a cow and a goat and something else. But I feel like that something else, guys, can't be 1 million. I'm sure it's not 1 million. So I just don't understand that about Umseleko. It seems to me like he's being selfish, you know. Even with Usne, it looked like Usne ended up being the one that fixed the whole thing of changing the surname because he wasn't willing to do certain things to help her. So Justice Negege was encouraging Tumpilo, saying, listen, kuzolunga, hang in there, but I don't know what kuzolunga kanjani, guys. If your father said, I'm not willing to do it, I'm not willing to do what the people Bagomalumako are requiring me to do. Now, you guys, we see a strange scene here. One, let me say this, I'm tired. Okay, I never thought I would ever say this, but I'm tired of saying I'm all the wives, but I'm Selego. In fact, it irritates me when I see them on the children's show because I'm like, don't we see enough of you on the other show? I just want to see the kids here, you guys. I know that a big part of the kids' life is them spending time with their mothers, but right after we watched Uthando Zesthembu and then we have to watch you on Izingane Zesthembu, I'm like, I've had enough. I'm like, I never thought I would ever say this, but I'm like, I've had enough of the wives that I'm selling. I wish that we were not seeing them on Izingane Zesthembu. I wish that we could just see the kids, but so this was a weird scene here. Listen, you guys, Makumalo is weird. I'm going to say it. Get mad if you want to get mad, but Makumalo is weird. And she does just weird things sometimes that you like, I'm not sure if you don't see anything wrong with this because maybe you don't have kids or it's just like you're trying too hard to create content. But this scene was just weird, you guys. So Makumalo is going out with Ulwandle, Ramsgate. They always go to Ramsgate as a family. And Umakumalo is trying to have a conversation with Ulwandle about, remember, the issue of kwengane on Uthando Zesthembu, where it was being said ukuthi Ulwandle was supposed to be responsible for indlu kaMacele nendlu kaMakhumalo, okay? And then Mpumelelo was supposed to be responsible for indlu kaMayeni nendlu kaMangwabe. Now, she's sitting down to have a conversation with Ulwandle. But you know what was weird about it is that that issue has not been settled because Umacele was not comfortable with that. Macele was not comfortable with the fact that that responsibility was being put on Ulwandle. So as adults, they haven't settled that issue to say, yeah, we agree this is how it's going to go. And then they move forward with it. They haven't. And the person that wasn't happy about it is Umacele. And right now, Makumalo doesn't have a good relationship with Umacele. So I felt like, why are you taking this woman's child, talking to him about the issue that his mom is not happy about yet and hasn't agreed on? I just felt like it was weird that she did that scene with Ulwandle. So she says that she wants to find out from Ulwandle how he is feeling about the situation and where he is and how he thinks that the situation should be handled or settled or concluded. Ulwandle says, listen, from where I'm standing, I'm not understanding yet what my role is. And it's not like I would mind to do it, whatever it is that I need to do, but I don't understand what it is that I need to do right now because nothing has been communicated to me. But should they come and say, Lwadle, you are responsible for this, this is what you're supposed to do, I don't mind doing that. However, because Umakumalo specifically asked, how do you think we can settle this? Like this child is supposed to now make the final decision on the thing that is supposed to be yours responsibility as adults. So now Lwandle is like, listen, in that part or on that part yokuthi what is the final decision, how do we move forward, I don't know, because I'm not an adult, I am a child. So I will wait for you adults to make that decision. So as soon as you have made a decision, then I will know. But for now, I'm not involved in making the final decision. And one thing that I don't want to do is to do something that my mother is not happy about. I love this scene partly because I got to see the Lwandle that I like, the humble Lwandle, the respectful Lwandle. And he's very wise, you guys. He is. And I'm sad because this is the Lwandle that I thought we were always going to see. I don't want to say the rebel Lwandle that we've been exposed to a little bit. He's very wise, you guys. I think for him to even say, to answer certain questions, and for certain questions to be like, listen, that's not the question you can ask me. Ask, you guys need to have a discussion as adults, and also to make sure that he says, listen, I'm very protective of my mom. So this issue for me is sensitive because my mother is not happy about it. So until everything is settled and she's also comfortable with the situation, then I will be able to move forward and do whatever it is that I'm required to do. But for now, you guys need to make a decision as adults. I loved how he responded to that when it comes to Makumalo, you guys. I don't think that it was appropriate for Makumalo to discuss that with Ulwandle, especially because Umacele is uncomfortable with it. I don't think that it was her place to discuss it with Ulwandle. I think that at least if Macele was aware that she was going to discuss it with Ulwandle, then I would understand. So I just felt like sometimes she does things where it's not really her place to do those things, but she does them, especially when it comes to the kids. So I don't know, you guys. It's just a weird thing about Makumalo. I get the next, you guys. I ziyakhala ke shem ziyakhala because now Mpumelelo, it looks like you guys Mpumelelo is back in KZN. Nolwandle is back in KZN. And who's in Joburg? I don't know. Vuyo, where is Vuyo supposed to be? In Cape Town, or I don't know, you guys. I need to figure that out. But Mpumelelo definitely still in KZN, and he was having a talk with his father, and he's saying, listen, he got a call from Uvuyo because Uvuyo says that she wants a meeting. Hey, I'm at 2000. Uvuyo wants a meeting with Mselegu. Mayeni, her mother. I don't know who the other person is. It's her aunt or something. Guys, I'm like, I was looking at Vuyo's mom. I'm like, how old is Vuyo's mom? Because somebody must know in this situation that you don't do such. Wavele nje ulokhuzane ubaby mama nje wavele wanibiza to a meeting. Nonke nje nabantu abadala nahlanganiswa ubaby mama. Ubaby mama calls a meeting nani niya to a meeting. Hayi zalani. Hey. Hey zalathani bantabethu, usho ukuthi guys sisazobizwa kuma meeting uboy nje sengithola i-call from uboy's girlfriend to say I must come to a meeting. Yeah, kamhlola. So now Mpumelelo is explaining to his wife, listen, Vuyo is not happy, so she wants a meeting. And Ubabake is like, okay, now update me what's happening. Okay, obviously Vuyo was unhappy about the conversation they had on the show when they were talking about the virgin. So then Umsela was like, okay, let's go back now. When you were having a conversation with us, had you told them, that's what you wanted to do? He says no, you know. And Umsela is like, that's what the problem is. You should have spoken to them first, okay? Umpumelelo seems to believe that it was the right thing to speak to his parents first before he speaks to them. And listen, you guys, I do think that he should have told them, especially because he knew that this is a conversation he was going to have on national TV. So with everything came the backlash from social media. So he knew that they were going to get attacked from social media to say, I now look, he's wanting to take a virgin. So he should have had that conversation, just out of respect, you guys. But again, women are not respected very much. So what did we expect? So, and then Umsele ended up asking you guys, and I do feel like ama questions kamsele konje kuyekuthiwe nkosi yami kuyekuthiwe ngalama question leading questions obana benze research. Obana benze research kuthiwa don't ask leading questions where you ask a question, but really it's almost like you want to direct a person to answer a certain way. You know what I mean? Because he ends up asking Umpumelelo, do you still love Uvuyo? And Umpumelelo is like, you know what? Phela kwi-relationship listen, you guys, I need to start making sure that my kids are there when we watch this show, because they just need to know ukuthi this is how boys are like. So like, listen, kwi-relationship uthando luyafika, uthando luhambe, and when you fight all the time, uthando can go. So then when you make up, the uthando can come back. I guess he's being honest. We can give him that. So I just felt like maybe he means that I don't, sometimes you might not like your partner, especially when you are going through fights and stuff. You're like, I don't like you very much right now, but I still love you. And it made me wonder, does Mpumelelo know uthando? Does he know uthando? Because there's a difference between liking you can like a person very, very much without loving them. So it made me feel like, hey, phela laba vele bashela nje sketi. Bashela ekutheni umuhle and they shela you, but do they know love? Do they know falling in love? Like really deeply caring about the person? Do they know that? Do they know there's feelings? Can they differentiate? Can they differentiate between being attracted to somebody and being in love with somebody? Because, you're going to be attracted to all sorts, but who are you going to marry is the person that you love. Well, it's supposed to be like that, but it's changing. I guess we are caught and we are caught, whatever, So actually, it's a hamba buya tando, come and go, love. It's a come and go, come and figure love, okay? And you guys, listen, I even wrote here with because they call Umayen now to come be part of the conversation. I was like, God, can you just not do it? Because we are so tired. Guys, maybe I'm tired. I watch them depending about book. When you do the reviews, you don't just watch past. You watch and then you watch and then you rewatch and then someone comments and you go back and watch and then so I'm like, mina. So we get to Somayen, and they're telling her, hey, Vuyo is not happy about what was said on TV. Umayen is like, okay, because she's saying that is not my problem. Know it too, because there is a problem that both of you created. And I think she's right, because Umayen, even on that scene, you guys, of course, the first episode we didn't hear what her feedback was. But the second episode, she did say, listen, you are going to take these girls, the Obamitisile, you're going to take them as your wives, and then you can think about as So she's like, no, this is not my problem. Then you guys, we see Uvuyo, I guess they were coming from the airport because there's a meeting, umhlangano. Umhlangano about baby mama, guys. Baby mama has called a meeting, okay? So then I think it's her mom, because one of the women looks really like so much like Uvuyo. I think the other one must be an aunt, and then she has her baby with her, the youngest baby, and they're going to a meeting, you guys. I'm just wondering what the meeting is about, because I think that as a parent of Vuyo, if I was a mom, Vuyo, I would be like, listen, we just need to make sure that they do what they need to do as far as the baby is concerned. And as for you, can you just focus on school, focus on your business, focus on your life? And I'm not holding no meetings for the nonsense, okay? My kids are not going to be calling me to a meeting when they are baby mamas. They are just not going to do that. I'll be like, listen, okay, are you bored? Do you need to take another course? Should we go register you for some postgrad or something? If they if they finish their degrees now, they're just bored now. I'm like, hey, should we before registering you for a postgrad something? Should we find you an extra job? Do you need a part-time job? Second stream of income, because you're not gonna be calling me to some baby mama meeting here, hey. Anyway, you guys, so they're coming for a meeting, and I guess the mother is expressing though that, listen, you guys, you can't be ujikiswa nje indoda utheni ngeke ungazijiji for indoda. Yes, ungazijiji for indoda, guys. That's going to be my thing. Hey, I need to tell my kids, don't judge yourself for indoda. Ungazijiji for indoda. But she does say, you guys, that her mom has never liked indaba yesithembu, so it's even worse now with everything that is coming on now. And Uvio did say that Umpumela never discussed the virgin thing with him. And you guys, listen, we're going to see the meeting, I guess, next week. And on the preview, well, Lona, Uvuyo, Benotero get into a fight. I'm like, guys, you are fighting over a man that doesn't really care about both of you. Like, what? Listen, you guys, there's a lot of things that AMA 2000 are getting right, in terms of their careers, how to make money, and they're more vocal about what they need, what they want, how they feel, compared to us. But one thing they're not getting right, umjolo, guys, and they are refusing to talk to us about it. Even when we say, don't go, ungangeni kulo mnyango sesangena thina, we know what's on the other side. Tears and tears and tears. They go in, they cry the tears. They just won't listen to us. But anyway, you guys, that was the episode for today. You guys, listen, I'm liking what I'm seeing, and I will try and be updated with the reviews. But listen, you guys, I think when it comes to the reviews, it really just depends how I feel about the episode. So sometimes when I take longer to review the episode, it's because I really wasn't that excited about the episode. So, and I don't like doing a review where I watch the video back and I'm not impressed with how I've reviewed the episode. I want to watch the video and I'm impressed. And a lot of the times when I do it, because people are like putting pressure on the fact that they want the episode, I don't do as well. My review is not so good, okay? So be patient with me. If you haven't got the review yet on your favorite show, maybe it's because I wasn't so excited about the episode and I'm waiting to get that feeling so that I can give you the best review. And yeah, you guys, anyway, that's all that I wanted to talk about when it comes to Izingane Zesthembu. So they are here, you guys, to eat their own money this this season, you guys. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please like it before Pumegona, share it with your friends, with your family, and even with strangers. Nginithanda kakhulu.